my name is Angel Marie Kendall and this is my YouTube channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome and thank you so much for watching. Basically what I do here is document my journey towards financial freedom as well as help others learn more about personal finances. Before I get into the details of today's YouTube video, I want to share with you guys my most recent financial setback. I just got back from visiting family in Houston, Texas, and while I was over there, I decided to treat myself since a few things over there are much cheaper than it is here in Los Angeles. While I was over there, I decided to get my hair braided. I haven't gotten my hair braided in a long time and it's something that I've been wanting to do, so I decided to get my hair braided in Texas. I ended up running into a woman in Texas who referred me to a braiding shop in Houston. She gave me the name of the shop, so I called the shop and I asked them how much it would be for medium box braids, and they told me it would be $240. I thought this was a good price because it usually costs $300 to $400 for the braids that I want in LA. I did have some doubts before going into the hair shop to get my hair braided, but I decided to go in anyway, and the next day I went in to get my hair braided. I messed up by not reading the reviews of this place. After I got my hair braided, I was reading the reviews, and a lot of women on there said that their hair started falling out because of the braids. They were too tight, and that's exactly what happened to me. After I got my hair done, the braids were really tight. I know after you get box braids, it's supposed to be a little tight on your scalp, but these braids had my hair on fire and it literally felt like my hair was going to fall out. So I decided not to risk losing my hair and take the braids out literally an hour after I got the braids. It was a waste of $240. Moral of the story, always look at the reviews, and if you have any drop of doubt, don't do it. So let's get back into the subject of today's YouTube video. Today I will be sharing with you how to ask for a raise, when to ask for a raise, and what to do if your employer denies your request. In one of my previous videos, I talk about my experience asking for a raise and how I got it. If you'd like to watch that video, I put the link in the description below, so please feel free to take a look. Now I know asking for a raise can be nerve-wracking and intimidating for some. Trust me, when I asked for a raise, I was scared and I honestly didn't know what steps to take in order to successfully ask for one. But I took some time, did some research, and I got it. Continuously increasing your income is one of the factors that goes into finding that financial freedom. Remember, the more money you can make, the more money you can save and invest. So I want to show you what you can do in order to go about asking for a pay increase. But before I do that, I ask that you take 0.2 seconds to hit the like button. It helps me get my content out to more people who are interested in personal finance or who are on the journey towards financial freedom. So with that being said, let's get started. So how do you know when to ask your employer for a raise? Well, there are a few deciding factors. When your work is directly responsible for the added value to the company, if you have taken on more responsibility than what you were originally hired for, if other employers are paying more for the skill sets that you already have, and if the market rate pay is well above what your employer is currently paying you. Experts say that if you have just recently started your job, wait at least 6 months before asking for your first raise. But keep in mind that your employer is more likely to give you a raise after 1 year, and a raise is even more likely if the company is doing really well financially. If any of these factors apply to you, here are the steps that you can take in order to ask for a raise. Number 1 is to know your worth. Make sure you understand the market rate in the area for the position that you're currently in. You can't ask for a raise without knowing the number that you actually want. Use a tool like GLASSDOOR.com to compare the salaries of those who are in the same position as you. I put the link in the description below, so feel free to take a look. Number 2, build your case. Gather all projects and all points in time where you went above and beyond at work. It's important to use data here, showing that your work has benefited the company. Number 3 is to practice what you're going to say. You're trying to prove to your employer why you deserve a raise. Never ask for a raise without practicing. Your employer will know if you didn't and they won't respond too favorably. Number 4 is to schedule a meeting. When you're ready and confident to have this conversation, ask your employer if he or she has time in their schedule for a brief meeting. Hello, Mr. Smith. I'm hoping to get a brief meeting on your calendar this week to talk about how my work is going. Please let me know what date and time works best for you. Send. Be sure to catch your employer at a good time. If things are a little hectic at work, it may not be the right time to ask. Number 5 is to start the conversation. How do you even begin a conversation when negotiating for a higher salary? Well, here's a good opening. Mr. Smith, thank you for taking the time to meet with me. As I look forward to growing and working with this company, I'd like to discuss my salary. Number 6 is to present your case. Tell your employer all those times you went above and beyond at work and give him or her the numbers to prove it. Here's the time where you can brag just a little. If your employer approves of the raise, congrats, you got what you deserve. If they didn't, that's 100% okay. You should be proud that you did it. It's not an easy thing to do. But what do you do if your employer does say no? Well, there are a few things that you can do. Ask why not. Hearing no is an opening to ask more questions, and if your employer's answer makes you feel incompetent, that may be a red flag. Ask your employer if you can revisit the topic in a couple months, and during this time, keep giving it your all at work. Your hard work won't go unnoticed. And lastly, you can open yourself up to new job opportunities. With that being said, I want to present to you guys a few key tips that I think are important to know when asking for a raise that's going to help you be more prepared and leave a great impression on your employer. Number one, your worth isn't just a number. Make sure you're giving 101% at work, whether you're flipping burgers or building the next big social platform. Hard work is recognized, and it even opens up the doors to new opportunities. Number two, be confident. You can do this. If you're unsure of yourself, why would your employer be comfortable giving you a raise? Confidence is key here. Number three, when meeting with your employer about a raise, never tell them it's because you need more money. Lots of people need more money. Your raise has nothing to do with your cost of living, but the value that you add to the company. And number four, don't threaten to leave if your employer says no. This is a bad gesture and can ruin a relationship that you have with your employer. Nobody wants someone working for them who doesn't enjoy working there. So if you're watching this video and you're considering asking your boss for a raise, do it. Believe in yourself, have the confidence. Remember, you have a 50-50 chance when asking your boss for a raise. The worst thing you can hear is a no, and that's not gonna kill you. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. I post a new video every Thursday, so please subscribe and turn your post notifications on. As always, I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.